Hello everyone, welcome to your yoga practice. I'm Kat, I'll be your guide. Today we have a yoga practice that celebrates the full moon in Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign that is ruled by the planet Venus, meaning that Taurus has a really earthly sensuality to it and often really deeply values the physical world around us. Taurus is also a very practical sign that values emotional and physical security, stability, and intentionality. What's interesting is that the full moon in Taurus arrives at some point in Scorpio season, which is in mid-autumn. And Scorpio season often brings a really intense and complex energy to the world around us. Whereas this full moon in Taurus allows for us to just get back to some simplicity, back to the basics of what brings us pleasure and delight, and really revel in that. This is a practice where we can ground into our bodies, ground into the earth, and be really present with all the abundance that exists inside of us and around us too. You're going to need a ball. This is a ball that has some little pointies on it, but if you have a tennis ball or a golf ball even, or even just something that you can roll your feet upon, that's great. This has like sort of acupressure points on it, but whatever you have works. So let's get started. We're going to start standing up, actually, placing our ball onto the earth and then beginning to roll our feet onto the ball. So we're here really starting out by rooting into the ground and beginning to explore these sort of hills and valleys of your foot. Imagining that maybe your foot is a landscape. Really beginning to put some weight into the sole of your foot. Maybe taking some time to explore your toes. Exploring the outer edge, the inner arch. Good. And then we'll switch sides. So here we are, really beginning this practice by rooting into the soles of our feet, grounding ourselves here in this moment, grounding ourselves into the earth beneath us, the world around us. And the soles of our feet are such an important part of our body. They hold so much. They have so many points of contact. I heard a quote from a book I'm reading, and it was talking about a woman who lived her whole life without shoes. She walked barefoot everywhere. And then colonizers came and they gave her shoes, and she said it was like walking blindfolded. So really giving some care and attention to the soles of our feet, which hold so much knowledge. And maybe find a spot that feels interesting, a sticky spot or a sweet spot, and maybe you want to hang out there for a few moments. Beautiful. And then we'll just set that ball aside and come into a wide-legged forward fold, letting your spine drop toward the earth, maybe interlacing opposite wrists into opposite elbows, and just beginning to find a little soft sway here. Feeling that connection we've built into the earth with our feet. Beginning to open up the hips, letting the spine hang heavy, the crown hang heavy. Letting the backs of the hamstrings begin to open. Maybe here beginning to tune into your breath as well. You're more than welcome to bend one knee than the other. You're more than welcome to move at a really slow pace, or if you're feeling like you have a little bit more of a swinging energy, feel free to find that as well. Good, and then we'll release our hands down to the earth. We'll find halfway lift here, opening up through the collarbones, and then exhale to fold forward. A few times here, just beginning to open up the spine a little bit. And exhale, fold forward. Once more, inhale, half lift. And exhale to fold. Good. This time we'll roll so slowly all the way up, maybe pressing one hand, then the other into your thighs to help yourself up. And then we'll come into a goddess pose, turning out the feet, externally rotating the hips. And begin to press your hands into your knees. Good. We'll take an inhale to elongate. And then exhale, press toward the other side. Inhale. And exhale. Good. A few times just like this. Really feeling your thighs with your hands, feeling this contact with your body. Good, let's do one more and then we'll stay here, pressing into our knees, maybe shifting from side to side. Just experimenting with opening up this hip. Good, let's take another breath in. And then exhale, come up. Take an inhale. And then exhale, other side. Tuning in with your breath. One more inhale. And then exhale, come all the way up. Let's extend our fingertips wide. Reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, we'll crawl our hands toward the top of the mat. We'll step back, finding 𝒟�ជ្𝓈𝒸𝓾𝓾, Svanasana, downward facing dog. Giving a little pedal out to the heels here. And noticing, we've just sort of started this class with, in a little bit of a different way than maybe a traditional yoga class. Starting by opening up the backs of the hamstrings, opening up the spine, and notice how arriving into your down dog might feel different. If it feels more easeful, coming into this hamstring opening, and just noticing without any labels or judgment, letting it be. Beautiful. Then we'll drop our knees down, find a cow-like spine. And then exhale, knees wide, toes together. Child's pose, balasana. Option to bring the hands into prayer and bend at the elbows to fold fingertips toward the back of the neck. Or what you can do is place one palm, then the other onto your neck and begin to give a little massage here into your neck, maybe finding a spot that feels particularly tight or tender. Taking another breath. And then exhale to extend the fingertips out. We'll roll all the way up into a seat. And then we'll find a toe squat, tucking the toes underneath themselves. Just begin to roll the shoulders up and back. Finding an opening in the heart. If you'd like to place your hands onto your shoulder blades or your shoulder socket, feeling the humerus bone really move inside of the shoulder socket. Good. Feeling the shoulder blades magnetizing together and then coming apart. All the while getting this nice stretch in the backs of our feet. Good. And then let's lift the arms all the way up to the sky. And then exhale, come forward. Let's find a cow spine, gaze up. And exhale, find cat. A few more times. Maybe you'd like to find some barrel rolls, really tapping into what feels pleasurable in this moment for you. Loosening up the spine and allowing for the pelvis and the shoulders to move along with you. Nice. Let's inhale, find cow. Then as we exhale, we'll tuck the toes under, lift the hips high, returning to our downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath in and a long exhale out. We'll inhale to reach the right leg up, three-legged dog, square off the hips, coming back to the simplicity of form, feeling your hip bones shining in toward the earth. And then as we exhale, feel good. Open up that hip. Scorpion your dog. Maybe begin to draw some circles with the knee. So just like we felt our humerus bone moving inside of our shoulder socket, now we're feeling our femur bone moving inside of what's called the acetabulum, the hip socket. Good. And then let's extend, reach our heel to the sky. And then as we exhale, glide that foot through, peel the back foot out. Option is to place hand onto the earth or elbow onto the thigh. I'll come down here. And then we'll begin to draw some beautiful circles with our arm. Beautiful. Moving in one direction and the other. Nice. And then we'll place our hand down, reaching the other hand up to the sky, lifting the heel, coming into a simple twist here, and then begin to draw circles the other way with the arm. Moving in one direction and the other. And then we'll reach the arm all the way up to the sky. And then as we exhale, crawling the hands over toward the left leg. Option one is to stay here in this sort of Spider-Man lunge. Option two is to sink the hips down to the earth, coming into Skandasana. Now, just be mindful here. This is a great place to stay. This is a wonderful place to stay to build strength in your glutes, in your lumbar spine, to lift the crown of the head toward the side wall of whatever room you're in. Or if you're here, just being conscious that you don't feel any strain in your ankle or in your heel. So wherever you are, taking a few deep breaths in, feeling this opening of the hips, rooting you down into the earth. Good. One more breath in. And then exhale, we're all meeting in this 𝒟℉𝓈𝒸𝓃𝓾𝓅𝓉𝒾ℴ𝓃, wide-legged forward fold. We'll inhale, half lift. And exhale to roll all the way up. Arms reach high to the sky. And then maybe slightly turning out the toes, imagining that you're carrying the full moon in Taurus in your hands above you, and beginning to draw some circles with your arms. Maybe bending one knee, shifting the weight from side to side, like you're carrying the moon in the sky. Moving with the breath. Good. Let's go the other direction. Allowing for gravity to have a part in the story here. Rooting down into the earth with your lower body, with your feet. And then allowing for your arms and your upper body to be influenced by gravity. Good. Let's inhale, release that moon. Arms wide, extend. And then exhale, fold all the way forward, letting it go. Inhale, find halfway lift. And then exhale, we're walking our hands over toward the other side, what was the back of our mat, now the new front. Stepping back, finding downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And then as we exhale, let's lower our knees, lower our hips, find child's pose. Take a breath in. And then exhale to roll all the way up into seated. Option to come into that toe squat. And then we'll bring the backs of our wrists together and begin to draw some circles with our wrists. Really articulating through the wrists, through the fingertips. And opposite way. Good. And then we'll inhale, gather all that energy, reach up to the sky. And then exhale, coming forwards. Let's inhale, find cow. And exhale, cat. This time as we find cow, we'll shift all the way forward, maybe dropping our pelvis, coming into a supported up dog. And then exhale, dipping the hips back, finding a child's pose. Inhale, shifting forwards, rolling through the spine. And exhale, coming back. A few more times. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, back. Once more, inhale. And as you exhale, let's tuck toes under, hips lift high, down dog. Deep breath in. And long breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts high to the sky, three-legged dog. Start by squaring off your hips. Find your balance, find your center. And then as you exhale, opening out. Scorpion your dog. Maybe begin to draw some circles with the knee. Good, let's extend, reach heel to the sky, square off your hips. And then exhale, glide the foot through, peel back, heel open. Option A is to place the palm down onto the earth. Option B is to find your elbow resting onto your thigh. And we'll begin to draw some circles. Moving intentionally, like you're drawing a big circle in the air. Good, and then we'll place that palm down, heel lifts up. Left arm reaches high to the sky, beginning to draw those circles. And the other way. Good, and then hands crawl over toward your right leg this time, coming into this Spider-Man like squat, or coming all the way down into Skandasana. Hands coming to prayer. 3 deep breaths. Beautiful, one more breath. And then exhale, we all meet in this wide-legged forward fold, head toward the earth. Inhale, find half lift. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale, coming all the way up. Arms reach wide in that 5-pointed star. And then exhale, toe heel the feet out. And then imagining that we have the moon in our arms again, only this time it's like a bigger moon. And then we'll begin to come into that extended side angle, placing one elbow onto our knee, staying there for just a moment, coming into the extended side angle on the other side and coming all the way up. So drawing big circles. Bending one knee as the elbow comes near it and coming all the way up. Good, and then you can imagine that maybe you let the moon go Really letting the arms reach and expand, keeping your balance. Good. Feeling your full body in full expression, and then we'll reverse. Good. Maybe you start small again. And then maybe you begin to expand your circles into your full expression, turning it in to a dance of pleasure, of delight, rooted in the present moment. Good, let's do one more round. And then reach all the way up, feeling your whole body expand. And then exhale, melt everything forward, finding forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to walk the hands toward the top of your mat, coming into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep inhale and long exhale. Inhale to bend the knees, place the knees on the mat. Coming into Balasana, child's pose, forehead to earth. Finding a bit of stillness. And feeling the residue, feeling the reverberation of movement in your body and in your being. Another inhale. And then exhale to roll all the way up into seated. And then maybe walking the knees a little bit forward. And then placing the palms behind your heels. Let's find that loop of the shoulders up and back. Expand your heart. And then as you exhale, maybe letting the crown of the head drop toward the earth. Maybe option 2, your elbows come toward the earth. Opening the heart, allowing for your body to really receive and expand into the present, feeling the delight, the pleasure, the beauty of now. One more deep breath. And then exhale, placing one hand into the earth, then the other, to roll yourself all the way up and forward. Child's pose. This time, give the soles of your feet a squeeze. Coming back to our root, coming back to this part of our body which is so underestimated, so under-recognized, but is so important, the soles of our feet. Take another breath in. And then exhale to roll all the way up. Shifting over onto one side. We'll bring our right leg out to the side, placing the left sole of the foot into the inner thigh. And then we'll inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. And then exhale, finding a twist. Right arm draws toward left knee. And then as you're here, reaching your left fingertips behind you. and expanding and opening. Another breath in. And then as you exhale, we're rainbowing the arm all the way up and over, reaching toward our big toes, coming into the side stretch. Maybe beginning to gaze underneath your arm, coiling the heart toward the sky. As you're here, seeing if you can root your left sit bone deeper into the earth. Take another inhale. And then exhale to sink a little deeper. Inhale. And then exhale, come all the way up. Arms reach high. And then as you exhale, place the palms down, shift the hips so your navel is now oriented toward your big toe. We're going to do the same thing. Inhale, reach all the way up. And then exhale, folding forward. This time forehead falls toward your knee. 𝒟ℯ𝓈𝒸𝓃𝓾𝓅𝓉𝒾ℴ𝓃. Letting the back of your neck really release. And wherever you're at, if you're just hanging up here, this is beautiful. Allowing for gravity to really let your body release and hang heavy. Another breath in. And then exhale, come all the way up. Option A is to bring the sole of the foot just next to your knee. Option B is to cross the foot over the knee. You're going to find a twist. Inhale, reach all the way up. And then exhale, left elbow draws toward your knee, coming into this twist, allowing for your gaze to turn toward your right shoulder. Another deep breath in. And then exhale to uncoil, coming to the other side. So right sole of the foot draws in toward the left inner thigh. Hips are splayed out. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, find that twist. Left palm to right knee, reaching your hand behind you, expanding the heart, expanding the chest. One more breath. And then exhale, rainbow the top arm all the way up and over, coming into the side bend. Coiling the heart to the sky. Another breath in. And then exhale to come all the way up, orienting your hips now toward your big toe, squaring off, feeling that correlation, that relationship between your navel and your big toe. Inhale, arms reach to the sky, and exhale, folding forward, 𝒟ℯ𝓈𝒸𝓃𝓾𝓅𝓉𝒾ℴ𝓃. Forehead is melting down toward the knee, letting gravity do its work. Another breath in. And then exhale to roll all the way up, Option A is to find the sole of the foot just here on the inside of your knee. Or option B is to find a full twist, crossing the leg. Inhale to reach the arms, and then exhale, finding that twist. I'll give you a side view here. So you can extend your arm, really engaging the core, or you can bring the sole of your foot to, or your palm to the sole of your foot, or even hold on to your knee if you have the mobility. Directing your gaze behind you. Another breath in. And then exhale to uncoil, hugging your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Giving yourself all the love, all the compassion, all the care for this full moon. Coming back to what brings you pleasure in the most simple way, the simple pleasures, the simple delights, the simple joys, the simple beauties. Thanking yourself and thanking your body for serving you every single day. And then allowing for yourself to come into your Shavasana, letting the soles of the feet release, the ankles release toward the earth, the knees, the hips, the pelvis, the belly soft, the shoulders soft, fingertips soft, eyelids soft. Letting your whole being, your whole body, your whole self be received by the earth. Shavasana. Beginning to find some soft movements of fingertips and toes. Rubbing fingertips together. Coming back to this tangible space, your tangible reality, the now, your skin, your body in its place on the earth. And then we'll reach the arms behind us in a big good morning stretch. And then exhale, coming into fetal pose. Arm down, ear resting on top. Another inhale. And then exhale, coming all the way back into seated. Crossing the legs. Placing palms down onto the knees. Sit bones rooted into the earth. We'll bring the palms together in prayer and begin to rub our palms together, generating some last heat for this practice. Feeling your skin, feeling your palms against each other. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, place intuitively where you'd like to place your hands. Maybe over a part of your body that needs some extra love and care. And take a breath in. And then exhale, send that love and care to your touch. Bringing the palms back together. I wish you the most beautiful full moon in Taurus. I hope this practice has brought some grounding, some comfort, some sensual pleasure to your day, into your heart, into your soul. If you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment on what you'd like to see next, and give this video a thumbs up. I wish you such a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.